What is going on, guys? Rob here with Motorsports, and today's bike restoration is going to be breaking 3 records for this channel. Right behind me sits a bike that is our newest one we've ever worked on. It's also the lowest mileage bike we've ever restored, and this is also the smallest CC bike that we've restored on this channel so far. So let's dive right into it and see what we're working with. So here she is. I want to welcome everybody to this beautiful bike. This is our 2021 Honda CBR 300R, which has been salvaged and we bought from our salvage auction. Now from a distance, this bike really doesn't look that bad, but once you get a little bit closer, you can see there's a little bit of scratches on pretty much all the fairings on the left side here. We have our front fairing that's broken right there, cracked. We've got our scratched up windscreen, scratches on the side here. Our lens is all scratched up, and pretty much that continues down the right side of this bike right here. Thankfully, there's no scratches on the motor covers, and I mean, we have little scrapes here, some scratches on the exhaust, a couple minor little scratches on the tail, and a little bit of scratching on our tank right here. Honestly, you can, there we go. There's a little bit better view. You can see those scratches on there. And we also have a bent handlebar right here. It should be angled about this way. You can see it's bent up like this, so this is all out of whack. Now you guys are probably thinking, this is very minimal damage for a bike that has been salvaged. Now, when it comes to salvage motorcycles, I've seen way more times than not, bikes like this get written off by insurance companies just because of cosmetic damage on the fairings. Just because when you get a scratch on like every single fairing and all those fairings need to be replaced, that total can get really high because these fairings brand new could be, you know, a couple $1,000s for a complete set from Honda directly. Because those damaged fairings can cost so much, it really kind of offsets the price of what the bike's worth. And then they pretty much write it off as a total loss because, you know, it's not going to be worth it with time and labor after it's repaired. But that's where I come in because I can get the parts and I can do the labor myself and I can save some money and get this bike turned around and rebuilt for a decent amount of money. So like I said, this is our newest model bike that we've ever worked on. This is a 2021 model CBR 300, and this is also the lowest mileage bike that we've ever worked on before. Now I'm going to give you guys some close-up shots of this damage while I'm going through getting some of those camera shots. Hop in the comments and I want you guys to guess exactly how many miles you think are on this bike. So head to the comments now and pop in your guesses. We're going to take a closer view at some of this damage. All right, so I hope you guys got your guesses in. I will now turn the key and we will see exactly how many miles are on our lowest mileage bike. Right there, if you guys can read that, that says 483 miles. That's the actual mileage, total mileage that is on this bike. You can see our trip meter says 482.6. So there was only 0.4 miles on this bike when it was sold at the dealership. They put the mileage on, wrecked the bike, and now it's in my hands after I bought it back from the insurance company. So you guys know the drill. I'm gonna start taking all these broken pieces off the bike, and I actually already have the OEM plastics that I ordered directly from Honda, so those are ready to get thrown on. We just gotta strip this bike down, so let's get to it. All right, so we've got our side fairings taken off the bike, we've got our headlight taken off, we've got our front stay and our gauge cluster. Now we've got a nice fresh front end that we can start working with, start rebuilding the front end of this bike. Now over here in this box, we do have our new OEM Yamaha parts, or not Yamaha, sorry, Honda parts. We've got our front stay right here, and in this is gonna be our front cowl for our headlight. And then we have our right side fairing right here. You can kind of see that through the plastic. So these are our new pieces that we're going to throw on the front of this bike. So let's unwrap these and start transferring these onto the bike. So we've got our new fairings on, everything is looking nice, we've got our new foot pegs on there. Now one other thing that I do need to still do, if you take a look at this turn signal lens versus this turn signal lens, this one is super clear, this one is all foggy. That's because this was all scratched up from the accident. We do have a new lens right here, so we're gonna swap that out real quick. There we go, nice and clear, looking just like the other one. That looks much better compared to our old foggy lens.
There we go. So we've got everything finished and reassembled. We've got our new mirrors on, new front fairing, new left fairing. Everything's looking nice and fresh. We got our new fresh turn signal lens on there. This thing, it really did not have too much major damage when it first came in. So this is a real quick turnaround. And I know you guys are always wondering what these bikes sound like. This one's got the stock exhaust, so it's not gonna sound too crazy, but we'll fire it up anyways for you guys.
Nothing really too crazy with that stock exhaust on the CBR 300, but that right there will bring this build to an end. This is a quick restoration, and if you guys are interested in seeing more restoration rebuilds on these wrecked bikes, make sure you hit that subscribe button below, hit that thumbs up button if you like this video, and be sure to tune in next week because we will have some more bike rebuilds. Like I said before in my previous videos, over the next 8 weeks, we're gonna have 8 different bike rebuilds. This is build number 3, so I will see you guys next week for build number 4. Rob with RK Motorsports, signing out.